You're watching News 24 Live. The Western Cape has the largest employment gains in the country. This was revealed last week when Stats SA released their quarterly labour force survey. To get a better idea of the numbers, we have the DA's Western Cape spokesperson for economic opportunities, tourism and agriculture in studio, Beverly Schaefer. Beverly, thank you very much for coming in this afternoon.
Thank you, Nick.
And not the first time the Western Cape has been a top performer in this regard.
Yes,
Can you just give us the national figures and then where the Western Cape sits in that?
So I think the national figures at the moment in this quarter is up to 25.5% from 25% where we were at. The Western Cape is doing much better at 23.1%. So we're down by, I think it's 1.1% in terms of that growth rate. And I think really the bottom line is that legislation does impact on the economy. And when we actually put legislation in that works, when we take and try and deal with red tape, then we'll start to see that there's a positive outcome to economic growth and then ultimately to job creation.
And Beverly, does it not seem strange to be celebrating, I guess, figures which essentially are still very worrying in terms of unemployment?
Absolutely, and I agree with you. This isn't a celebration. It really just is a benchmark for government to look at, to see where we are, where we're going, and whether our intervention programs are working. But we still have a youth unemployment rate of close to 36% in South Africa, and we've seen with the current protests how there's so much of a discontent around youth and unemployment in general.
Now, Beverly, the Western Cape has no mining sector, as far as I'm aware. Where is this growth happening primarily?
I would say it's specifically in our targeted intervention program. So the Western Cape government under Minister Alan Winde has launched a program called Project Khulisa. And Project Khulisa is basically a very intense look, a microfilm look into the economy, into sectors that have produced the highest economic growth rate over a period of 5 or 6 years, including the highest number of job creation. And 3 sectors were identified. One was tourism. We know that 1 in 10 jobs is a tourism job, and particularly in the Western Cape, that's one of our key sectors. Agri-processing, which touches on the agricultural sector, and the oil and gas sector, specifically up the west coast, to do with oil rig repair, and that's the Saldanha Industrial Development Zone that we're looking at, and which is a 3-phase government intervention program, but we believe will create the necessary jobs needed that the Western Cape is looking for.